Hey everybody, it's Corry and Dave. We're here at Zapp Comics. Sorry, I know you used to say your name. I didn't mean to cut you off.
We've only done it once, so there's no usual.
Yeah.
It's just...
Okay. Anyways, it's Dave and Corry. Zapp Comics, Wayne, New Jersey. A question that comes up a lot in the store is, like, what is your favorite character, your favorite company? You know, who did you like? Who did you used to collect? Who do you collect? Who you still read? And we love talking about it. So today we're going to talk about, like, who we actually do enjoy collecting and reading. And who we favor. You know, we're going to do a least favorite another time because that's going to be a lot of fun because there's a lot of characters I do not like. Most of you come in this.
Don't like.
Yeah, a lot of things I don't. I don't like food. I don't like stupid characters, weird smells. I don't like stuff like that.
He doesn't like.
I love fun. I love fun. Not the group, but I do like to have fun.
The group.
Yeah,
sound like a mom.
That's Tom.
Who's that group? Pearl Jams.
I don't like Pearl Jam either.
No, he hates everything.
I'm a Nirvana guy. I can't help it.
Me too.
I always like the obscure characters, the secondary ones. I've always been a Marvel guy. I did collect DC, but I like the '90s Guardians of the Galaxy. My all-time favorite is Silver Surfer, Thanos, Galactus. I'm a FF fanatic. I love The Thing and Human Torch. You know, X-Men, Nightcrawler, Colossus. A lot of characters like that. I know you're more into like Spider-Man. It used to be Deadpool. Are you still into Deadpool? The
still reading it. The Way series was okay. It kind of brings it in and out, and kind of the fandom around that has changed. So I still read it. I'd say mainly the characters I like, some you can relate to. That's why I feel like I kind of shy away from DC. The characters I like, they're either very relatable, like they could be like me or you. Well, me.
I don't think it's.
I don't think maybe like, you know. Maybe Dawn. It could be Dawn, maybe.
Well, Dawn is very angry.
Could be the Punisher. That's all we know.
I think Dawn is the Punisher.
I think Dawn's Batman. I think he's the Bat Punisher. But that's weird. So characters like relatable. Like on the DC side, I always like Blue Beetle, Ted Kord. Ever since I read him in what was it, Countdown?
Yes.
Just because he's basically Batman. He's Batman. He has like a lot of money, does science. But he shows up and he's like, "Hey pals, let's go do justice." And they're like, "Yeah, shut up!" Like, and then at the end he's like, "I figured it out, guys." And they're like, "That's cool. Just go write just do a book report, put it on my desk on Monday." And then he gets murdered.
See, Blue Beetle to me is when I first started collecting in the late '80s. The Justice League was Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, Batman, Guy Gardner, and I couldn't stand them because it wasn't like the All-Star Squad. It was like the C Squad.
That's why they're so great, though. Like,
no, they're good.
Booster Gold, they just like joke, and they're like the buddies. They're the
a lot of
back
people
of the class.
A lot of people love them. Yeah. So, DC, I like DC. I mean, I like Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern. I like Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. I liked Flash. You know, Wally West. The Barry Allen was kind of boring to me, but I always liked Wally West. You know, I have no problem with DC. I was just always more of a Marvel collector.
Me too.
Ant-Man, like stuff like that. Well, who's your all-time favorite?
Well, Spider-Man's my all-time favorite. And I mean, that's all like the relatable characters. I like a lot of ridiculous characters. Like one of my favorite characters, I love J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, but
villain.
I think there's somebody else you like even more than.
Well, I love Man-Thing.
Thank you very much. Man-Thing. Every time we get a Man-Thing book in the store, if Dave doesn't have it, he gets it. He has an obsession with Man-Thing, and you know.
If Zapp Comics has got one thing, it's Man-Thing. We're gonna have a Man-Thing section here. For all the kids who love Man-Thing. Yeah.
He's going to be in Savage Wolverine #4. So
really?
Yeah. So.
Well, I'll think about buying that.
I know you will.
I was really interested in finding different kind of horror comics. So, took a look. We got the Essential Man-Thing.
Yes.
And what better Man-Thing to start with than the Essential one?
Well, I know, and it's all full of Man-Thing.
It's a Man-Thing training wheels to a Man-Thing future. Full of mans and their things. But anyway,
to get back to your favorite characters aside from Man-Thing, so Spider-Man, J. Jonah Jameson.
I've always been an X-Men fan. I was a big in the '90s starting comics. It was all Batman, Wolverine. There was Spider-Man, Venom, Carnage. It was all that '90s ridiculousness, and that's kind of carried over now because a lot of the characters are back. They have like Scarlet Spider was huge. I loved Scarlet Spider, and that's like one of the most hated series of all time.
It is one of those hated things, but there's a big fan base for it because people ask for it, they love it. Because I hated the Clone Saga thing, it could because I was part of it, but now when I look at it, there's a lot of just the younger generation that was younger than me in the '90s loved it because he's got a cool costume aside from that little hoodie thing he wore. But The costume itself was cool. Like I like the new Scarlet Spider. You know, that costume's cool.
And that's even like a '90s revival.
Yeah, I love with the X-Men, like Colossus
Yeah.
and Nightcrawler, especially the John Byrne era stuff. That stuff, I love that stuff, and I love Archangel.
Mm-hmm.
Regular Angel. I don't know why everybody hates on Cyclops. I have no problem with Cyclops.
Yeah, Cyclops sucks.
Yeah, well.
He sucks.
The original X Factor was cool. That was the original X-Men in the '80s. So I'm a sucker for that stuff. You know.
Or even to New Mutants, Claremont.
I wasn't into New Mutants. No.
Fun adventures.
No.
We're teens. Let's have fun.
No, I wasn't having fun with them.
Save the day.
Give me Silver Surfer with Thanos and Galactus and Pip the Troll. All those guys, Drax.
I was completely on board until you're like,
Pip the
Pip
Troll.
the Troll.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
You don't like MODOK, but you like Pip the Troll.
Because you know why? When Jim Starlin was writing him and Ron Lim was doing the art, I just fell in love with it. And then anything Jim Starlin touched was awesome, especially like Adam Warlock. And then in the '80s with the Infinity Gauntlet really put Thanos full front, and I fell in love with him, and I've been in love with Thanos ever since. He's neck and neck with Surfer as far as my all-time favorites. I mean, I have a soft spot for them. And Guardians of the Galaxy, the '90s series that Jim Valentino did with Starhawk, Martinex, Charlie 27, Yondu, all those guys. I was never an Avenger guy. I liked the secondary team. I liked Defenders, like with Doctor Strange, Thor, Hulk, Silver Surfer. They would all pop in there. I liked I wasn't into the Avengers. I wasn't into Captain America. I did collect Iron Man for a while when I was a kid, but I didn't care for them. They were just because everybody liked them. I like to like what everybody else didn't like.
True.
That's why I like you. Nobody else likes you, and I like you. You're okay.
Well, that's a really funny joke. It's a good one. Here goes my feelings. You want one? I think Silver Surfer, a naked dude covered in foil flying through space.
Hey.
That's what I thought of in the beginning. I was like, oh, it's like a Bart Simpson ad. And then
cool.
now I'm a fan of Silver Surfer.
It's great.
Because he shows up and it's like, oh, shit.
That's right. Look out. Power Cosmic, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess with it.
I won't.
You know why? Because in the Fantastic Four, I'm not a big Reed fan, but the Four as a whole, and Thing and Torch, and Surfer was so connected to them because he was in those books for so long when he first appeared and stuff like that. So I have a soft spot for all that stuff, especially the Kirby and then John Buscema did it later on. With,
Steve Buscemi does it now. Goofy eyes. It's pretty cool. Well, that's derailed.
Yeah. So, anyways, those are our favorite characters. I'm sure this might have been a few that we left out. But there you have it. That's it.
So you go to our Facebook. Let us know who you like. Let us know what we said that you hate. And we'll probably just hate you back.
No hate here. It was no haters. No haters. Unless it's
That's
Tom.
for next week. Next, we're going to talk about the characters we hate.
Yes,
The
next
characters we
week is
love
our
to
least
hate.
favorite characters.
Okay.
And trust me, Dave is on the list. Well, Thomas too.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
What are you laughing at? You're the one who forgot.
I will never forget about one of my all-time favorite characters.
You did, though.
Which is Aquaman. I love Aquaman. He's like in my top 3 DC characters. I forgot to mention him earlier, but I love Aquaman.
He's probably my top favorite can talk to fish character out of the one.
David, you're just jealous. Don't be jealous.
I'm not jealous.
Yes, you are. Very.
No.
Very.
Aquaman, I really like the Aquaman title right now.
It's awesome.
Yeah, because they're like, hey, Aquaman, way to be stupid. And he's like, oh, shucks. And like, goes and saves the world.
That's
and then
right.
at the end, they're like, thanks for saving the world, you dummy.
They
and
still
he's
don't
like,
him.
oh, shucks.
No, Aquaman's awesome. Seriously. Give him a shot. Love me some Aquaman.
It's me, Corry Aquaman.
This isn't Shut Up, Tom. What are you hitting me for?
Yeah, it's like, cut.